So Tuesday, December 30th, 4:35 p.m. So today we are going to take a look at what happened with Tesla stock, the VIX, the stock indices, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We are going to take a look at all of this from a technical analysis perspective. So let's do this. Tesla closed at 454.43, down $5.21. That's 1.13% down. Post-market seem to be up a little bit. So let's take a look at our patterns. Which patterns are still in play and which ones are maybe broken. So first big pattern, big bullish channel. Tesla is still going higher according to this channel right here. We were going sideways for a while since, it started in September until December. So for 4 months, we have been just going sideways, zigzagging here, right here. Sometimes going a little bit lower and sometimes going a little bit higher. So this is where we were not too long ago, above the congestion zone right here, resistance, 467. We were above there. We held nicely. We held nicely there. We held for 2 weeks almost. And now we are starting to come down. So yesterday we closed lower than 467. So this has rendered our congestion zone right here valid. It's still active. So we are still in it. We had a smaller, narrower. This is the width. The width right here was narrow. The more narrow you have a bullish channel, the shorter amount of time it is going to last. So this is what happened. You know, this one lasted a month, and this wider bullish channel has been in play for 6, 7 months, 8 months. So a large bullish channel, longer term, smaller bullish channel, or narrower, shorter time frame. So so we are outside of this smaller bullish channel. Now we are back into the congestion zone. So we could go. Where is Tesla going? Realistically, we have this bullish channel, as I just mentioned. I'm going to make it thicker right here. So ultimately, this is where we could end up on this support line right here. So the support line would mean 435. 435. It's possible that we stop just a little bit before at 440. So we are just watching it. We have no momentum right here on the daily chart. So no momentum. Tesla is in. It's falling. It's falling, and this is one of the reasons why I don't advocate buying on any support. Buying on this support right here eventually makes sense because we have been bouncing on it several times. On this support right here at 452, have we been bouncing on it? Yes, well, a little bit here. A couple of candles right here, maybe 5 candles. So there's some support there, but this is a bigger support because it has a little bit less number of bounces, but that support has been in place since July, and here 452.91 has been in place since August. So a little bit more recent. So the more recent a resistance line or support line is, well, the weaker it is. So 435, 440 is probably where we could be ending up soon because things fall oftentimes faster than they climb. So the falling part is usually quite quick. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to see if we have momentum. No momentum on the weekly chart at all. So let's take a look at what happened today. So a little bit like yesterday, we had a big move on the first hour that we recovered from, and then we slowly came down. Same thing today. Big move down, came back up for 2, 3, 4 hours, was staying pretty good above 459. then started to go down. So 459 was lost at 2:30. Then the last 2 hours, boom, boom. It just continued down. So now we are on the 1 hour chart. We have some support at 452.91. No momentum on the 1 hour chart. So there's no indication that we want to go higher. So this is reason enough not to get long right now, because there's no indication that we want to go higher at all. So the best case scenario is that we start to go sideways, maybe on that 452.91. It's always possible to go sideways right there, and then eventually show us some signs that it wants to go higher. But right now, we don't have any bounce at all. You know, this is just stopping. We are stopping. Stopping is not like bouncing. And there's almost no wick at the bottom right here to tell us that buyers came in. You know, it's almost nothing. You know, look at this here. Very tiny wick. If we go on the 5-minute chart, you know, we don't even have a green candle on the 5-minute chart. If we go on the 1-minute chart, you know, we are starting to see, you know, on the 1 minute, you know, so for the last 6-7 minutes, we are seeing a little bit of buying power right here, and a long wick here. So, you know, a 6-minute time frame is not a big reversal. You know, the longer we have something happen, the more we can trust it. So what I'm showing you right here is just the tiniest bit of buying pressure for the last 6 minutes. So nothing to write your mom about. So we are going to have to let it come down. So yesterday, I need to say this too. So yesterday we were hanging in there. You know, we had that 467 resistance. We knew about the 452.91 support. It has been there for a while, and we were just hanging in there. So after the day yesterday, we were hanging in there. You see, the candle is hanging. It's not on a support. So it would have been really surprising that we would have started to bounce from that point yesterday, because it was hanging in there. So now this makes more sense. We are sitting on 452.91. We are stopping there, so that makes more sense. But it can still continue down, and yeah, I would call it 452.91. So 452.91 is the support. So maybe we could bounce there. This is always a possibility. But the point here is, you know, we can short this or let it play out before getting long again or adding to your position. Because as I said yesterday, if you are investing, you know, if you are investing more long term, we are still into this bullish channel. So when we are into a bullish channel, we can have some drawdowns. Draw down. But as a whole, we tend, this is what a trend means, we tend to go higher. So if you are investing from a longer term perspective, you should not worry about these moves down like this. You should start worrying when we are getting outside of bullish channels and starting to go sideways. Then you can start watching it a little bit more and setting a support or using the support the stock is going to show us to use that as an exit. So but you know, longer term investor, you don't have to worry at all. Shorter term, well, on the 1 hour chart, there's no momentum at all. Momentum is totally gone. We are going lower. So this is shortable a little bit. You know, things are not moving quite fast because we are in between holidays. So, you know, the volume on the stock market is not moving fast. So things are not moving fast either way, going up or going down. So these make for very small shorts, if any. So that's it for Tesla. Let's take a look at the VIX. So yeah, VIX is quite good, 1434. We need VIX to be below 20 to have some hope of some moves up. And VIX is at 14. So we are way below what we need. But again, because we are between the holidays, not much is moving. Let's take a look at the stock indices. So stock indices, okay, zigzagging again. So Dow Jones still has momentum. A little bit of a down day today. Not too bad. SPX a little bit. So we are 0.14% down compared to the close of yesterday. So that's nothing. We still have momentum there. QQQ, we still have momentum. Nasdaq, we still have momentum. So, you know, this is a very slow week. Russell, no, Russell, we have lost momentum. When was that? We have lost momentum, started Sunday, and now we are just dropping. Could be stopping at 24.82. If not, then this is going to be less good. Let's now take a look at gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So gold first. This is Prot Physical Gold. So barely into its bullish channel. This is the bullish channel, and it's respecting it very well. I might say that, respecting it very well. Look at this, right smack on it. This is nice to see this. Yesterday too, today also. So we are right smack on the line. The line is holding. The line is telling us that we are going higher. This is a bullish channel. So we are still going higher, even though we had the drop from Friday to Monday drop. But as I said, even into a bullish channel, we have drops. So, and sometimes we just go sideways. We like that better than drops. But, you know, we have drops, but as a whole, you know, this is the difference between, how can I put this? This is the difference between a generalization and an exception. Generally, gold is going higher. Generally. Yeah, well, on Monday it opened lower. Yes, what's your point? This is one data point. This is, you know, this is many data points since the beginning of November. So let's not get confused. Let's not get confused. You know, there's trend and then there's single points. So gold, nothing bad. Yes, losing momentum a little bit because of this move down. So this is affecting one of our indicators, but we are still on support. So support trumps indicators. Trend lines trump indicators. Silver, you know, this one has a nice staying power. Still into our bullish channel. Bullish channel is all intact. Now we are touching the resistance side again. Went a little bit too far last Friday. Got corrected. Got smacked back into place. And now we are retesting the resistance. Very strong move. This is nice. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, so tomorrow is still open for the market. So maybe tomorrow is going to tell us something interesting. But this is still starting to get interesting. This is the bearish channel I was talking about. This is the downward resistance, and look at this. We are barely outside of it. Barely, but outside. So, you know, it's not something to write home to mom. But you know, this is starting to look interesting. Let me go on the 1 hour chart to get more detailed. Look at this. Where is it? Yeah. So this is, you see right here, this is the downward channel. This is the downward channel right here. Downward channel, you know, so see, we are outside of it, boom. So we had the, you know, a nice move today, you know, starting at 9 o'clock, boom. Broke 88,097, came down, and now we are back above it. So, you know, this is looking not too bad. But, you know, it has done that in the past, you know. It has done this in the past, so now it's doing it. So, you know, this is why on the 1 hour chart, you know, you can only expect short trades because, you know, it's doing this. So yes, you can make money here from 88,000 to 88,900, so almost $1,000 right there. So small little trades but don't stay too long into it because it's an hourly trade. You know, on the 1 hour chart, these are hourly trades. So this one right here at 9 o'clock, boom, boom, lasted 2 hours, 3 hours, and then you get out. So this is a 3 hour play. And that's fine as a 3 hour play. On the daily chart, you know, this is different. On the daily chart, we can have longer plays. So on the daily chart, as I said recently, this is the yellow area. So this is going to start to get interesting at the yellow dot. Interesting. More interesting at the green dot. More interesting. So maybe this, well, no, maybe tomorrow. Possible that tomorrow we start getting back higher than 90,000. So basically, in order to get into this yellow zone, we need to have a price above 90,000 basically. So look at it tomorrow. If you see above 90,000, then maybe there's something you can do. And let me just get a bit more precise right here. So 90,000. Yeah, I'm gonna help you a little bit right here. You see, boom, 90,672. So this is the resistance that you can use. It's gonna give a little bit more confidence. You can, you know, it can still work at barely above 90,000. It can work, but it could do this also. So 90,672 on the 1 hour chart. On the daily chart, on the daily chart, let me just confirm this. Yeah, on the daily chart, this is still good. This is still good. So 90,672. This is the number, and this is the yellow zone. So yeah. Still waiting for a big move. Not there yet, but we are seeing some signs. The good news is that we are making higher lows. The lows are inching higher, so this is good news. Ethereum. So Ethereum, you know, this one is, you know, it is into its yellow zone. You know, this is no longer going down. This is going sideways. So this is kind of like buying on support. This is not like buying on a breakout. If you buy on a breakout, you buy because we are breaking resistance. Buying on support is when there's a floor. There's a floor. There are buyers that are preventing it to go lower. So it's still better than having something go down. So this is why I painted it as a yellow zone. But it is going to be more interesting when this goes into the green zone. And BMNR, well, BMNR, the same thing. You know, BMNR has a hard time going higher when Ethereum is not going super high. It could behave a little bit differently because there's a different market for BMNR than Ethereum. But no, it's not, you know, it's continuing down. There is no momentum at all. On the 1 hour chart, no momentum at all. Let's look at the Ethereum on the 1 hour chart. No, We had momentum a little bit today, so a little bit of a trade right here that lasted maybe 5-6 hours. And then, well, 5-6 hours, I mean, this is not the same trading hours. This first candle right here, the green candle, started at 3 o'clock in the morning. So at 3 o'clock in the morning up to 9 o'clock, then this is when it started to go down. So this is kind of a 6-hour play. But a daily play is more interesting because things move a little bit further. And weekly chart, we have no momentum at all also. So there you have it, my friends. So there's still tomorrow. So we are going to be back tomorrow with another video. Then it's New Year. Well, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Then the markets are going to be closed on Thursday and coming back on Friday. So there's still tomorrow. So join me tomorrow. Same bat channel. So I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow. I'm going to tell you à la prochaine si Dieu le veut.